Alright, good morning fellow traders. Welcome back to Muteki.com. It is Tuesday, May 24th, just around 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're going to talk about the Euro-Japanese Yen. So let's go ahead here and get into some technical analysis on the pair. So what you can see is I've already completed my technical analysis on the Euro-Yen 240 chart. What I want to do is I want to erase all of this and go through the entire thought process and show exactly what I'm looking for today to occur on the Euro-Japanese Yen. So, removing all of my tools, first off, what I need to do is I need to grab the most important part of technical information, that is the trend of the overall market. I always do this on the 240 chart because this is the most effective chart for trending. So let's go ahead, and what we want to see first off is what is the market doing right now? What is the prevailing trend that we can see here in this market? And what you're going to see is that a lot of times, as in this instance, you will have two trends in the market, one prevailing and one overall dominant trend. So first off, taking a look here, what I can see is that we have two bottoms set in place right here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to trend this, and I'm going to connect my bottoms here. And now what I need to do is I need to find an area here in this market that was a resistance that I could look to connect it, because that would show me the indefinite trend. You can't look to form fit your market, okay, because that will lead you towards failure in finding the actual trend. Now, what you want to look for when you're trending is the ultimate task of finding, is this market respecting not only your tops and bottoms of your trend, but is it respecting that heart line? Okay, you can see here the black dotted line, I have my heart line in this market, and you can see that from the bottom here we had respect of the heart line, okay, respect here heart line, respect here the heart line, respect here of the heart line. So this market definitely knows where this heart line is and is definitely respecting it. Well, we can see that it is doing a top bottom, and now what we're looking for is potentially to see if we can make it up above the heart line and to the top. And now what we also want to see is that we can see that we are overall in a large downtrend on the Euro-Japanese Yen, but this may be the key here of reversal of the trend. So what we want to do is we want to be aware of the overall trend in the market while we're trying to trade the prevailing trend. So what I can see here is this is a no-brainer here in this market, that we have a downtrend that is definitely in play. Okay, now despite the fact that this is ancient information and is not going to help us in our current trading of the market, we still want to be aware of what is going on. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to connect these 2 points. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to find us a support here to connect this to find the trend that is actually occurring. Okay, and now what we can see is that we have in this market created that. Let's just go ahead here and adjust these so we can differ the two trends, because one is a downtrend and one is an uptrend. But that's okay, because we're at a point in the Euro Yen of indecision, but we're still going to look to trade this indecision within a perfect area of opportunity. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now, and we want to see once again, is this market respecting not only tops and bottoms but the heart line? Okay, and we can see that we have heart line respect, we have heart line respect, we have heart line respect, we have heart line respect. So is this market respecting the heart line? Yes. Is the market respecting this heart line? Yes. So what are we going to look to trade? We're going to look to trade what is happening right now, and the blue uptrend is what is happening right now. So let's go ahead here and make this a bit bigger and take a look at some further information that we have here. Okay, so first off, what we can see is that we have gained what we need out of this. Okay, we're not going to at this time shoot any fibs on this 240 chart. We're going. I like to do that is on my 60-minute chart. And the reason why I like to do that is because I've spent time in these charts, and I realize that the market is going to vast majority of the time respect these fibs on its movements. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is we're looking at a scenario, as you can see right here, is that where we came in and we started this prevailing trend. Okay, and on this prevailing trend, what we did is we ran into the heart line of the prevailing trend. We had a pullback, and we had continuation, and we came to the top of the prevailing trend and ran into also the top of the dominant trend, which is a downtrend. Okay, and now we've had the market come down, and notice how nicely, we have a heart line of the downtrend overlapping with the bottom of the prevailing uptrend, okay? And we've seen a bounce from here. So now what we're looking for is we're going to say, just as it did right here, as it bounced and then continued to the top, we're going to look for a bounce pullback, okay? And then we're going to look to take it to the top here. But since now we're running into that downtrend here at the 116.44 level, we want to see, can we potentially look for a target that is sitting at that area? And we're going to do that, and you'll see exactly how we're going to do that. So first off, what I want to do is I want to just go ahead and work this previous movement right here and just show a few things of interest on this. So here we have our first move, okay? And what we can see here in our first move is that when we shoot our retracements and we get our targets, that we had 61.8 respect, we had a nice 50% retracement. Off of that retracement, we had 1270 respect, okay? And then what we had was we had the market completely pull back here and continue up above to the top of the wall. Now, if you are to target this overall movement here, what you can see is that this market only missed the top here of the 1270 fib by 10 pips, okay? And you can see here how it tried to, but it couldn't, because it ran into that key point where we had the top of our uptrend, the top of our downtrend, and it was not able to take out that 1270 fib, but it beautifully took it out right here. Now if you take this and fib this out, okay, you'll see that it ran into a 61.8 fib of this movement right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this information and look, and overall what the most important part is that we got out of this is that this bounce right here, okay, let me go ahead here and erase some of these fibs. Okay, is that the first bounce that we got a pullback on the 1 hour, we had a 61.8 respect running into the heart line of the prevailing trend, we had a new pullback, about 50% retracement, and then there we had a nice smooth sailing trade up to that 1270 fib, retracement off of that, and then a continuation to the top. Now, it wouldn't have been so bad here to get a 50% retracement entry at 114.30 and take this up to the 116 level. You're looking at 170 pips there on one single trade, okay? Even though this market continued to travel up another 100 pips. Doesn't matter that it traveled another 100 pips when you picked up 170 pips. Absolutely not, okay? So what we're looking at right now is this scenario here where we are looking for the new opportunity to come into this market. So we have here is we have a movement on the pair, okay, and this is a substantial movement on the euro yen. We can see coming from around the 113.89 area, trading to the top of the 115, so over 100 pips. We can see a pullback. We've seen movement up above, and now what we want to do is we want to fib this movement with our retracements, which have also inclusive our fib targets, and we want to see what is happening here. So first off, notice the 270 fib respect, okay? Once again, notice the 61.8 fib target is lining up perfectly once again with the heart line of the prevailing trend. And what we're looking for is the pullback, because remember what we got back here is off of that 61.8 we got a pullback, okay? And to be even more precise, what we're now going to do is we're going to measure this pullback that we got on that, and you can see it's 50% that I was talking about. Now I've trained my eyes to be able to see the retracements, and that's why I knew it was a 50%. So what is overall my point here in this, okay? My overall point is that dominantly a currency pair is traded by a small group of bankers or institutional traders that have the ability to control the pair, okay? And what I'm saying is that when a market and when a pair develops characteristics, you look for the opportunity to continue to trade those characteristics for continuation movements. So now what I'm going to look for here is I'm going to keep intact my first set of fib extensions, not extensions, excuse me, my fib targets, 270, 61.8. Just as we saw 61.8 in the past, I want to see, is there an opportunity here where it's potentially going to give me a retracement of the 50% to where I can get in? So what I would do is I'd grab my my bottom of the movement to the top, okay? And notice what's happening here. We have this 50% fib lining up with the shelf support right here, okay, in the market at the 114.78 level. All right, so you know what is telling me right now that this market is not going to come down. It's already pulled off 40 pips off of that 61.8 heart line overlap, and now what's it for it to fall down, you know, another 25, 30 pips to give me that entry there that I'm looking for at 114.75, okay? And overall, what is important here? Notice how this 1.270 target is lining up with the top here of the trend wall of the downtrend that is the overall trend that has been in play, despite the fact that we're looking for the prevailing trend. Remember how we had an extra 100 pips on the first movement? Well, from 116.40 to the top here at 117.40, that's another 100 pips. So is this market most likely going to take out this 1270, pull back, and then make a completion movement up above for another 100 pips? Yeah. But it doesn't matter, because that is not something that you can lead your targets to. You can't find targets, but what you can find is the intermediate day target to that 1.270 fib target. Okay? So, furthermore, what is an important piece of information when looking to be a day trader in the spot market? Average daily ranges on the pair. Okay? And when I show you this, you're going to realize that that is probably the most significant piece of information. So on the euro yen, what I always like to do is take the 2-week average daily range on the pair, and the 2-week average daily range on the euro yen right now is 170 pips. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take a look here, and I want to see where has this market started at today. Okay, and where has it started at the 24-hour period. So let's just take this down here to the 10-minute. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to find here is where this market has in the 24-hour bottomed out at, and where it has potential to achieve its average daily range. So again, 170 pips is the average daily range. Now here is the global mountain time cutoff on my charts. You can see here the 0000. Okay, and since I'm 200 plus GMT, what I need to do is look at 10 o'clock. So here's 10 o'clock, okay, where the market opened at 115.10 or so. Okay, and what I want to do, since I'm looking for the average daily range to be complete, I want to find where has this market created its low at. Okay, 114.72. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to say that this is the trend that's in play for the day. Okay, and what I need to do is I need to find 170 pip target to the top side. Okay, so 114.73. Okay, plus 170. When you add those up, it gives you 116.43. So let's just go ahead here and to pick that line, the 116.43. Okay. Now, let's just take it 1 second back to the hourly chart. Okay. And notice what is sitting right there at the average daily range within the 24-hour pair that is anticipated statistically and mathematically on the Euro-Japanese yen. We're sitting right at the 1270 fib target. We're sitting right at the top of the downtrend. Okay, so this is overall going to be our target for the current market. So now, what I will be looking for, once again, is yes, I will be looking for the retracement bounce off of the 61.8 heart line. Okay. Furthermore, what I'll be looking for is an opportunity within this 50% area to take a trade. And now you can see that the 50% is sitting at around 114.75. And we can see here that these bombs have been nicely lined up at 114.80. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a entry order here at 114.80 in this market. Okay, limit it at 116.35. Okay, with a stop of 114.72 is my last technical support. So I want to take it down to 114.67. Okay. So what I'm going to be risking here is 13 pips for a estimated over 160 pips. Okay, so is that a good trade opportunity? Definitely it is. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show here on the Euro-Japanese yen. Just a very, very great example here of how you just using the trends in the markets with what has happened previously in the market, taking the characteristics of a currency, figuring in your average daily range, using your fib targets, how you can come to an overall direction and find a good opportunity in the market every day. So with that said, folks, hope you enjoyed. Until next time, good luck and happy trading.